if you're looking for some movies or TV shows featuring older man and teenage girl romance. In this video, we will recommend the top 10 older man and teenage girl romance movies, so check it out. Number 10. Night Blooms, 2022. Director, Stephanie Jolene.
That my dad might be getting me an amp.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man.
The story of Carly, a teenager growing up in a small rural Nova Scotia town in the 90s. She's bored of her life and her lack of options for love, and she does things she knows she shouldn't just for the sake of distracting herself. One day she meets Wayne, her best friend's father, and quickly decides she loves him. Unfortunately, he doesn't feel the same way. However, Carly seduces him anyway, and in a moment of weakness he allows her to get what she wants. Carly hopes it is the start of a beautiful relationship, and when he rebuffs her and tells her it was a mistake, she decides to shatter his life and the life of her best friend instead. Number 9. Reckless Summer, 2021. Director, Rodolphe Tissot. Solange lives in Clèves, a small village in Haute-Savoie. In the summer of her 15th year, she discovers the pleasure she can get from her body and the new power it gives her over boys. What a revelation. Her father is away, but men start to gravitate around her. Arnaud, a boy her own age who introduces her to the excitement of physical love and with whom she falls in love, and Vitaz, her former babysitter, a metalhead with a gentle heart, with whom she has an almost incestuous but comforting relationship. On the threshold of adulthood, Solange faces the chaotic process of discovering her femininity. The inevitable choices she makes spell the end of this tragic tale. Number 8. Nocturnal, 2019. Director, Nathalie Biancheri.
Were you watching me?
I work here, just doing bits and bats.
Doesn't look like you're working.
A cynical schoolgirl builds and nurtures a secret friendship with an older man who's apparently obsessed with her. 16-year-old Laurie lives with her single mother. She wants to be an athlete and is an outsider at school, which makes it difficult for her to bond with her teammates. However, she does manage to make friends with Pete, a handyman in his 30s. They meet up a few times and their bond grows stronger. The more time they spend together, the stronger their unique relationship becomes, revealing Pete's true intentions. Number 7. Maya, 2018. Director, Mia Hansen-Løve. December 2012. Two French reporters are released after months of captivity in Syria. One of them, Gabriel, is just shy of 30. A few months later, once the joys and obligations of his homecoming have subsided, Gabriel realizes that he cannot rebuild his life in Paris. He leaves for India, for his childhood home in Goa. There, close to his roots, Gabriel hopes to be able to write the next page of his life. He meets Maya, his godfather's daughter. She is 18. With her, Gabriel feels reborn. Number 6. Le Consentement, 2023. Director, Vanessa Philo.
Plus tôt possible, quand l'esprit se forme. Qui as-tu déjà rencontré ou admiré, toi, Vanessa?
Paris, 1985. Vanessa is just 16 years old when she meets Gabriel Matzneff, a famous and controversial 53-year-old writer. Raised by a divorced mother who works in a publishing house, Vanessa soon becomes Matzneff's young lover. Lost in her relationship with the writer, she begins to suffer the destructive hold that this charismatic and charming man has on her. From Vanessa Springora's autobiographical story, a terrifying and faithful adaptation that puts psychological violence and the illusion of consent back at the center of the debate. Number 5. The Starling Girl, 2023. Director, Laurel Parmet.
Is the bump through your dress? Oh, teachable moment.
Hey, thank you. We try to be very conscious, but things slip.
17-year-old Jem Starling, a devout young woman, finds herself caught in an emotional turmoil when she falls in love with her handsome youth pastor, defying the strict norms of her chaste life. As they embark on a thrilling adventure together, Jem is drawn into a chaos that threatens to destabilize her place in the family and community she has known all her life. Faced with difficult choices, Jem must reconcile her feelings with her beliefs, exploring the boundaries of love, faith, and loyalty on a journey that will transform her life forever. Number 4. Goodbye. First Love, 2011. Director, Mia Hansen-Løve.
On va retourner en Amérique du Sud.
Et Camille, tu vas l'amener?
Je veux pas que tu t'en ailles. Laisse-moi.
Spring 1999. Camille and Sullivan are two teenagers who love each other passionately and live an intense story of passion. Until Sullivan goes to spend a year in South America and leaves her totally desperate. The young woman sinks into a deep depression that leads her to attempt suicide. 4 years later, Camille has entered university and is studying architecture. She is independent and confident again. She has met Lorenz, a handsome and important architect, and they are in a stable relationship. However, an encounter with the man who was her first love, Sullivan, will once again plunge her into a sea of doubts. Number 3. The Last Kiss, 2001. Director, Gabriele Muccino.
Che pensi? Amore,
Ma negli ultimi tempi hai iniziato ad annoiarti.
guarda cosa ho comprato.
Ti chiedi se la tua vita potrà ancora cambiare.
Julia and Carlo have been happy together for 3 years, but Julia's announcement that she is pregnant sends him into a secret panic. Terrified at his imminent entry into the adult world of irreversible responsibilities, Carlo finds himself tempted by a bewitching 18-year-old girl, Francesca, whom he meets by chance at a wedding. The possibility of one last youthful, crazy fling before the impending prison of parenthood proves to be too attractive to resist. Number 2. Towelhead, 2007. Director, Alan Ball.
They're thicker, not as comfortable.
Right, but those are twice as expensive.
Well, that's probably the comfort issue I was referring to earlier.
Adaptation of Alan Ball, 6 Feet Under, from the novel of the same name by Alicia Arian. During the war in Iraq, Jassira moves to Texas with her controlling Lebanese father. She is 13 years old, her body is changing rapidly, and she still has trouble understanding the attraction that older men have for her. Jassira wants affection, love, recognition, or just a normal life. But with her father, this is impossible. That is why, since she moved years ago, she has learned to hide certain things, among others, her encounters with her neighbor Travis, an attractive Marine who seems to be the only one who understands her. Number 1. Daydream Nation, 2010. Director, Michael Goldbach.
Happened to me. It was the year I moved from the city to a backwards hick town to finish high school.
Do you really hate school that much?
17-year-old Caroline Wexler moves out of the big city and into a small, remote village in the middle of nowhere. Her new school is boring, and Caroline doesn't really get on with her new classmates. She only feels a connection with her teacher, Mr. Anderson, and decides to get attached to him and win him over. Easier said than done, the two get on wonderfully right away and often spend lovely hours together. But her classmate Thurston, who is struggling with the loss of his best friend, is also interested in Caroline. She also takes a liking to the man of the same age, and the affair with the two men develops into a love triangle of a somewhat different kind.